morning from Scarlet Lady, but that's not Ocean. That's Miami. So it is Debarkation Day. I do like the later start of debarkating off of Virgin. Props to that. I'm gonna head up here and get some breakfast here in a little bit, and then my checkout time. Yes, they give you a checkout time here. It is 10:30, so definitely not in a rush, and that's a good thing because it was a late night last night. But definitely going to miss all of this. No, I didn't get to experience all of it, so I would definitely have to come back sometime. And let's go see what Debarkation breakfast morning is, because we know how that is on some other lines. So let's go check it out. Final check-in for Virgin Scarlet Lady. As you can see, I'm back home, and like always, life happens once I get home. But hey, it's not 2 weeks this time, it's only 2 days. So let's finish up Virgin Scarlet Lady. I really don't want to, but we have to. So I left you, it was morning of disembarkation, or disbark, or whatever you want to say, getting kicked off of a boat. So the breakfast up in the galley was absolutely the best debarkation morning breakfast I have ever had. I will say it, ever had. And that's even when I normally like go down to like the check or the sit down restaurants. No, this was still better. I think it's due to the fact that Virgin lets you kind of just like loungely leave the ship. So like the final have to get off the ship is at 10:30. I have dogs today, sorry, and it's raining outside, so I can't put them out. But back to the ship. So disembarkation, you get to leave anytime from when we dock, and they clear to 10:30. So not everyone is in such a rush to get off the ship or at like a certain time. So it's much calmer. Definitely not as stressful, all that kind of thing. Up in the galley, you do like every other morning. You find your table, you scan for the menu, or by the last day, you probably know what you want, and you raise the little flag, and they come around and take your order for the buffet food, and they'll bring it to you. So nice and relaxing, a great way to start usually a hectic day of traveling back. So no complaints on disembarkation, morning breakfast, and then actually getting off the ship. It was super easy. Virgin requires everyone to have a passport. So there's only one line to get out of like customs and border patrol and all that. And like I went with my friend who was from the UK. So I was like, oh, let's see how it differs between the two countries, because I had my US passport and she had her UK one. So we went through the exact same, didn't even have to show your passport. They did facial recognition, so I pulled down my mask and I kept on walking. Such a low stress, easy, all of that. So Virgin probably scores the highest in that category ever of disembarkation. So went and got to the airport, all that. Flights had a little bit of delay, but got into Kansas City. I will say that I had dogs, sorry. I will say that I had the most interesting Uber ride home from the airport that I've ever had. So I, on the app, pick it, and they said, okay, yeah, this one's coming. So this car pulls up, and there's all of us like rideshare people waiting in the same area. And it is this SUV with country music blaring as all of the windows are down and sunroof open, all this. And it's like a strobe light. Like they have LEDs, they have like a lava lamp looking thing. Of course it was mine. I was like, oh. And everybody's just kind of looking like, oh, I hope that's not mine. It was mine. And the lights and the lava lampy and the country music was the whole way home. He got me home. That's all I care. But yeah, it was just kind of a funny ending to a great time. So hold on. Right, sorry. Dogs and bones, I thought that would help. No, it's just louder. So, review of Virgin. I know I always do the pros, I always do the cons. I do a little bit of comparison, but try not to kind of give away which ones I'm comparing them to. I will be my most honest that I can be, but con, I will say it flat out, it on paper is more expensive than all the other kind of cruises that I really go on. It looks expensive. What I enjoyed is that once I paid my fare and like my taxes, port fees, whatever, like my final bill, I was paid. I had some bar tab that was included in my booking. Gratuities are all included. And actually, if you try to hand them a tip, a lot of times they'll tell you no. Very, very interesting. Even the people at the port who were taking my bags, they were like, "You're not supposed to tip me." And I'm like, I feel really bad for you, like doing my luggage and not getting a tip. So I did go and tip them, and they finally accepted after I kind of explained. But yeah, so final bill, it'll look expensive, but actually it's very comparable to all my other trips that I've been on. Once you get done with like the drink package and the specialty dining, gratuities, all that. But on paper, it will look more expensive. Other cons, I will say that the advertisement for Virgin makes a lot of people question whether they should go on it or not. And I think that's the best way I can say it. Like the advertising is geared more towards a younger, like more party crowd, alternate lifestyles choices, a lot of like the vegan, the vegetarian, kind of all that, the workout crowd. And I can tell you, it could not be farther from the truth. And I actually said that in my survey that they gave out. I was like, sorry, it's not even my dog, it's my parents' dog. So I told them in my survey, I was like, you need to widen your like advertising, because a lot of people, even myself, were like, oh, am I gonna like this? But I loved it. It was so inclusive. Age groups, I would say the majority of the people were from like mid 30s to like mid 70s, but there were 80s, 90s. There weren't as many younger people as I was expecting, but then again, I think the higher price point kind of gears them away for that. As far as workout, like the healthy kind of lifestyle, they had opportunities. There was the gyms, there were the classes, things like that, but it wasn't pushed down your throat like I thought it might be. I went to some of the classes. I like walked the trail or the like track that they have, took the stairs, but they didn't push it down your throat. Definitely didn't push it down your throat or anything like that. And actually a lot of their staff encompasses their like customer base. So, I mean, there were some very athletic ones. There were some like quote normal ones. There were ones you could tell do not work out. But I loved that because their staff was more inclusive and welcoming. Like you could actually relate to, especially their happenings cast, which is like 12 people. You could always find someone to relate to, whether it be the one that likes to dance a certain way, the one who has kind of the humor that shows through in the classes that they do, but super, super inclusive. Really need to update their advertising because I would say it's probably one of the most inclusive lines I have been on. And then food, absolutely amazing. I loved it. A lot of different choices and a lot of choices at each like time that you would want to eat. Whether you go to the galley or do a sit-down restaurant, they have plenty of choices. Yes, there are a lot of like vegetarian, vegan, different kind of diet like focuses in certain restaurants, but you can always find something to eat no matter what path you choose to eat. And the only thing I would say is a con, and I did include it in my survey, was I wish they had some more basic choices. And strictly that because after I've been having a lot of beverages all day and all that kind of stuff, I don't want to eat beef tartare. I want to have chicken strips. I want to have like cold cereal, just toast, things like that. Now, if I wanted to search out or do like room service, I could have those, but it would be a lot easier if it was just easily available, quick and go, like grab, I want some chicken nuggets. The burgers were always available, but the chicken was very limited. But that's the only complaint I have about the food. Yeah, it's just they don't have a lot of whole basic choices all day, every day, but there are some at different points of the day, and you can find something. I mean, there's ice cream that's almost all the time, and there's pizza, and I didn't even get to the pizza, so yeah, next time. But the next, no, she found a ball. I'm sorry. But next is the whole dining reservations. Hold on. Okay, she lost it. Okay, so the dining reservations. When you do it prior to getting on the ship, you will become completely frustrated. And I will tell you that because I have 2 cruises on Virgin. Like I just went on one and then I have one coming up. And I had to do reservations for both. And I was completely frustrated. Their app constantly crashes. Constantly crashes. Which then you don't know if the actual reservation went through or not. And then you kind of have to go back and track and all that. It took me a long time to figure out and like to fill my schedule for dining. Don't let it frustrate you is my best advice for you, because after going on one, if you don't get the dining reservation that you want, or you accidentally put one at like a different time or something like that, you are able to fix it once you go on to the ship itself. And they are very accommodating of, I didn't mean to put it this night, especially sail away day. Don't schedule anything for that night because sail away isn't until like 6:30. So don't schedule dinner that night. Just go up to the galley or just walk into a restaurant. Because I was like, and I scheduled mine for 6 o'clock, and I was like, there's no way I want to eat at 6 o'clock if they're doing the sail away party up on the top deck. So don't get frustrated over the reservation system. Yes, it's kind of a pain in the tuchus, but it does clear itself up once you get on the ship. Also, with activities reservations, as soon as you step onto the ship, connect to the ship's Wi-Fi and try to get the shows and activities that you want. So like the VHS 80s fitness class or whatever that they did, I knew I wanted to make sure to do that, so that was like my first one that I booked. And then I wanted to do the ship show, which was a dinner show that sells out pretty quick, and just those. But make sure you do it right when you get on the ship. Like I wouldn't even wait till you get to your room. Step on the ship and there'll be like a whole like lounge area. Just plop right down there and make all your reservations. That's the easiest way to do it. But again, they do have a standby line if you don't happen to get all of the reservations you want. And there are always no-shows. So just go for the standby line. She found the ball again. But I'm trying to think of anything else. It was easy to navigate once you kind of figured it out. And my best advice for like the fish swimming on the carpet or things like that help you tell you where you are in the ship is there are color codes for like what stairwell you're in. So there's the blue one, the pink one's in the middle, and then the red, I believe. I think it's red. But look for those color codes, and that really helps you in navigating what part of the ship are you in. Are you in the aft? Are you in the front? Are you mid? Look for those colors in the stairwell and it will help you. And then all the stairwells have a like directory up by the stairs. Sorry, she's biting my foot now. But there's a directory by the stairs that will actually have like arrows showing you to the venues and things like that. No, I did not find all of the different venues I wanted to on the ship. I may have done a quick walk by, but I was not able to like absolutely like spend time in them or anything like that. Like that social game area, we only had one sea day, so I did not get to really see that. I walked through it a couple times, saw that they had gummy worms and candy corns and some really good treats in the window, but I wasn't able to like spend time there. But tons and tons and tons of activities. The 4/5 day was not long enough. You're going to need longer, especially if you're going to spend any time out at the ports. Let's see, any others? There's a wide variety of music. So if you don't like one venue's music, kind of walk around and try to find other places because they will probably have one that you will like. The resort at Bimini is an absolutely, you have to do it. So much fun. They have the pool and the beach. There is food there, but again, it's super limited. It's a lot of like curry. They did have some like chicken breasts that a lot of people ate, things like that, but not a huge variety. But they have soda there, they have a bar there, and the key fob wristband thing works, so your bar tab works there at Bimini. A little hint there. So you don't have to like budget more money for like outside. It can just be part of your bar tab. But yeah, tons and tons of fun. The shows, well, I can't say most of them had like this huge plot or storyline. They were absolutely fabulous to watch. A lot of them where you didn't know where to look because they have kind of going on in all different areas of the stage. So that's a lot of fun. And I'm thinking if you even saw it more than once, you would probably pick up on something different every time. And they were really enjoyable. Some were a little long. Like the ship show was almost 2 hours, but it was a dinner show also. So there was a lot of overlap in the activities. So kind of go through the whole week when you see the activities list and kind of schedule them out, because most of the things happen more than once, but they'll overlap with something else. So just kind of plan your week as soon as you've gone. But did I enjoy Virgin? Absolutely, yes. And I will guarantee that half of the fun was created by the group that I hung out with, and that all came from the solo group. Right before the sail away party, they had like invited all the solos, or who appeared to be solos, to come and meet. And it was just at like one of the bars right by one of the pool decks. We did that, and then they actually reserved a dinner time for us in Razzle Dazzle after the sail away party, so we could all kind of eat dinner together too the first night. So that was absolutely amazing, and I know that those people are half of the reason why I enjoyed myself so much. So thank you to all those people. You know who you are. Tony, Natasha, Brittany, David, Steve, Vet, all of you guys. I'm in. It was so much fun. Like anytime I wanted to hang out with somebody, there was somebody to hang out with. And if I felt like being alone on my balcony in my hammock, I could do that too. So the solo group is the best of any of the cruise lines I have been on, and you know that I sail solo on all of them pretty much. So yeah, definitely go to the solo thing if you are going solo, or even if you're going like a girls trip or a boys trip or whatever, go there and meet some new friends. It was awesome. And the staff, cannot say enough about the staff. Ryan and Natalie and Hope did an amazing job with the solo group of making us feel welcome and just kind of welcoming us, showing us the ropes a little bit at the beginning. So yeah, could not say enough good things about the people that I met and helped me enjoy my week. But if you have any questions on Virgin, let me know down in the comments, or just shoot me an email or something, or contact me on social media, and I will try to answer your questions, because I know I had a whole bunch that still even weren't answered in a lot of the videos, but I tried to kind of help you with that. But I cannot look forward like enough to my next trip on Virgin. I cannot wait to see more of the activities and things they have to do, but I will be on a different ship. I'll be on Valiant Lady next month, so we'll see how that goes. But I have a cameo here. But yes, let me know if you have anything, but definitely enjoyed my trip. Want to go back like today. Yeah, definitely a good time. No regrets, tons of fun, and I definitely made those memories and not dreams. and lived every day as a gift, because that's what it is, thanks to my donor. So I will see you on the next adventure. Have fun, y'all.